Hey there! Today we're going to be talking about making some quick and relatively painless display options for your action figures that do not come in the standard sized foot peg holes that you would see with Star Wars Black or any of your standard superhero or McFarlane type figures. During a random trip to Chain Art Supply Store, I saw these awesome little 5 by 5-inch wooden boxes. The link to the item in the description below if you want to find them for yourself. I got one for $1 to test with. Now, during that 2020 creative outburst that I experienced, I was driven to create display bases for some of the Imaginext figures. These were from August, and this one was from October. And I remember that the holes for the foot pegs were 3/16 of an inch, and I knew I had some more doweling left over from these bases at the new apartment. So I found the doweling and I drilled a hole in the bottom frame of the little box, and it fit nicely. So I glued it, sawed it off, sanded it, and used wood putty to cover the hole. I didn't bother with any primer since this was just regular wood, and I hit it with the gloss black Krylon. At the next available opportunity, I took my $5 coupon and grabbed 5 more of these boxes, intending to do one for each of these idiots. And I'd have one extra to use when mistakes occur. Notice I said when and not if. And I've come to trust the universe to constantly play Lucy Van Pelt to my Charlie Brown and whip the football away just as I prepare to kick it, landing me flat on my ass. I had all the supplies I needed, or did I? As wonders never cease, the foot peg holes in the Jazzwares Roblox guys were the same diameter as the Imaginext ones. Very nice indeed. Drill, glue, putty, sand, drill, glue, putty, sand, spray black. There go. Now, how was I going to do something for the OG Lego Jerry, the one who was with me from the very start back in 2016? One of the awesome things about Lego is that they know you'll eventually lose something, and probably a one-by-one of some sort or a Technic piece, and they always include spares of such items, and I had a fair amount in a bag on my desk that I hadn't gotten around to sorting yet. Sorting is one of those many activities which brings calm to those exhibiting slight OCD tendencies. Do we know anybody like that? I previously made several adult fans of Lego cringe in terror when I used some spare Lego parts in the basing video. In this case, I didn't want to waste a 1x1 round brick, but I have many 1x1 tiles, and 3 of those is the same height as a regular brick. Unfortunately, it seemed a bit too tall. There were, of course, several Technic parts in the bag. This might work. I didn't have a drill bit around 4.8 millimeters, so I had to make do with some experimentation. I needed cyanoacrylate to bond the plastic to the wood, but I didn't want the piece to slip down the hole either, so I used a round plate to hold it in place while the glue set. And then I used the putty to seal it, sanded it, and sprayed that too. And since this was a standard Lego size piece, other compatible figures may be used with it, such as the Mega Construx Monster High, for example, or Masters of the Universe. Character building, which also has a nice Doctor Who line for those interested. WM blocks for you horror fans, as well as countless other companies' figures, like one of my favorites here, the Decool Office Manger and his Fittings of a Machine. Scary. This just leaves Playmo Jerry. The little stand that they can use for stability is too large for the bottom of the box. Maybe I could make one from craft sticks. Maybe the craft sticks are the same width and I just need to cut it to fit. And I am extremely pleased with myself. But now I needed something to fit behind them as a backdrop. Google image search provided many nice stock photographs, but all the good ones had watermarks. Where had I previously seen cool backdrops around the correct size? The Jazzwares Roblox core figure packs were perfect and provided a number of options, and I'm glad I've saved all of them. The apartment complex here doesn't have any options for recycling, so I pretty much save everything I can think that I might use later, like in the basing video, and I also use plastic bottle caps for many things, but that's a different video. OG Lego Jerry is on his old usual couch on a hastily cobbled together platform with the same blue printer paper I use for most photographs and videos. And now each of these 5 guys hangs right behind my desk in easy reach for various and sundry nefarious purposes. No more digging around to locate them when needed. Oh, that last box? Amazingly, nothing irreparable happened, so I just used it for a pirate with an arm that broke and I needed to pin. And after completion, I had a couple of other ideas. Like these dollar store make it bricks that we talked about from earlier. Well, they make plates that are also 5 by 5, and you can just simply add hinges to maybe make a small cabinet. By cutting some plastic sheeting, you could possibly make a cover by attaching it with magnets, glue, or small tacks. I hope all 15 of you have enjoyed this video. Please link to displays that you've made for your toys. I'd love to see them. And I know my interests are rather scattered, so thanks for following along. And apparently I am supposed to remind you to like and share this video, leave me comments, and subscribe, but everybody else already does that, which is why until now I haven't. I have a page on Blogspot, but have not posted there recently. I've uploaded several pictures to different fandom wiki pages and also regularly contribute to the Lost Meanies wiki. I recently set up a page on Fiverr for voice work. Links to that below also. And of course, as always, Jerry's Junk Drawer is conveniently located 60 miles south of Phoenix in beautiful historic Fort Stinkin' Desert. Open noon to midnight on the 6th Tuesday of every month, excluding national and regional holidays, or visit our eBay store, Jerry's Junk Drawer. Thank you for watching, and thank you for encouraging my behavior.